pro-crime and pro-pedophilia President Donald John Trump, who I will refer to as Kanks because of the muffin top cankles, his feelings are very, very, very much hurt because all of the globe's strong men had a big rally and military parade and all the stuff that he aspires to do. And he wasn't invited. He was left out. So he puts out this banger on Lie Social. The big question to be answered is whether or not President Xi of China will mention the massive amount of support and, quote, blood that the United States of America gave to China in order to help it to secure its caps lock freedom from a very unfriendly foreign invader. Many Americans died in China's quest for victory and glory. I hope that they are rightfully honored and remembered for their bravery and sacrifice. May President Xi and the wonderful people of China have a great and lasting day of celebration. Here's where, here's jealous party of one. Your table's now available. Jealous party of one. Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump. In a normal news cycle, if an American president sent something over social media that said, give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin, who is conducting a provocative, illegal war against Ukraine, and then also said, give my warmest regards to Kim Jong-un. And we forget about that during Trump 1.0, he said on national television that he was in love with Kim Jong-un and they write each other love letters. It's completely lost on him that this is psychological warfare, that smart people said, here's how you dog walk this guy. And this will just completely disappear in this Trumpian news cycle, and it will be washed over by corporate media, by Jake Tapper, and all of the other propagandists involved in delivering America to an autocracy.
Here's the thing. Donald Trump is like the little girl in middle school that didn't get invited to the birthday party. And she gets so mad and she has her feelings hurt. That's the level of hurt feelings that we've got in emotional maturity. But what he also fails to realize is China is kicking our ass in everything. They're consolidating with Europe. They're consolidating with everybody economically, and they don't need the United States as much as we need them. And they are going to bend him over like Vladimir Putin does, like Kim Jong-un does. And the United States of America will lose because Donald Trump is a horrible, horrible businessman.
We're already losing. That whole staged thing was for an audience of one. It was to show him we're in charge now. There is a new world order. It's not NATO. It's not you guys in Europe anymore. These are the new guys, and you're not invited because we have a bunch of compromising information on you. That's my opinion. Next up, we have my gal, Abby Phillips on CNN. Play the clip.
This is the problem. Everybody knew that this was what Putin was going to do. They said so from the get-go. The only people saying that Trump was a genius and that this was going to be all totally different were folks like you two and Donald Trump, perhaps.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure that even President Trump said things were going to be totally different. He said that he was giving the opportunity for things to be totally different. But let's be real about this. 6 months ago, everybody would have celebrated on the left and in the center and on my part of the right if President Trump had said we're going to maintain arms shipments to Ukraine and we might consider further sanctions on Russia. And actually, we're not going to force Ukraine into a bad settlement. OK, so Trump hasn't done any of the things that everybody thought he was going to do in January of 2025. And now we're ripping him for what, not being hawkish enough? It's kind of funny how the goalposts move every time Trump moves. Trump is heterodox, but he is responsive to reality.
I don't think the goalposts have moved, except that Trump has moved them. He said that he was going to end the war in 24 hours. That was obviously not going to happen. He also said that he didn't want to fund Ukraine. And now he's found a backdoor way to doing that by allowing the Europeans to do it.
And she's exactly right. Yeah. And Ben Shapiro, we could just do a whole episode on him, but he's one of these guys that every day has to get up and speak to an audience of one. And that is where there's just this crazy experience in being alive right now. You have a guy that's 98 years old. I mean, to me, doesn't look healthy physically, doesn't seem all there mentally. And you have all these people that just debase themselves and morally collapse on national television all the time for him. And then I just worry, and this is petty, back to his True Social. I wonder what a whole generation of people are going to do with punctuation and capitalizing letters. I know that's stupid, but it's just stupidity from top to bottom. It's ass kissing from top to bottom. The sad thing is this is a cruel, mean movement that demonizes really good folk, really, really, really good people that work hard. And the Ben Shapiro's of the world will just bend over, and they're grifters to these poor people that buy into all this shit because they've been left behind by capitalism. It's really it's a devastating time right now.
Well, and he's convinced them to vote for billionaires against themselves. It's crazy. But since we're being petty,
Ben Shapiro, I cannot believe he has a podcast and people actually listen to his voice.
I mean, like, what is going on? At first, I had to watch that twice. Like, have they sped up his voice? Is that what it sounds like? And I just think, this is your MAGA alpha man.
All right, here's Kanks in the press conference, the Proof of Life press conference with the Alabama KKK delegation. Oh, Pumps, I keep saying that. They're not the KKK, are they? They are Alabama politicians.
Right. They just look like it, sound like it, and vote like it.
Exactly, Pumps. Okay, play the clip.
You talked about controlling the sky. On Sunday, the satellite signal of Ursula von der Leyen.
Pause it. Holy mother of God. It just takes my breath away every time I see this faux gold Marie Antoinette bullshit. You
So
guys,
terrible.
when I'm not a podcaster, my real job is I have been an interior designer for over 25 years. This isn't even maximalism, which is a brand of design where you kind of go more is more. This is like crackheadism. I mean, he has everywhere you could possibly put this shit. He's put it. It's just unbelievable. Okay, I just had to point that out. All right, go back.
Ursula? Well, she had an interesting event. She's a tremendous woman. And so what are you asking me about her?
NATO's concerned about the Article 2, about this.
NATO is concerned about it. Well, nobody knows where it came from, but they did take away her ability to use a phone. You know? Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about the EU leader that her plane, and they say it's by Russia, was attacked, shut down the technology, and he's covering for Putin. They did it to two European leaders. Russia did it to two European leaders over the weekend, and Trump's there. Well, they don't know what happened. Well, maybe it's a good thing she's not off the phone. Like Donald Trump, who doesn't love you.
Nobody knows where it came from, but they did take away her ability to use her phone. Okay, so let's get this straight. So they're near Russian airspace and they're jamming
I don't even think they were near Russian airspace. It happened to two different European leaders, and they had trouble on their aircrafts, and they lost power, and it was directly linked to Russia. And Donald Trump
is covering
for the person that went to a party and didn't invite him, and his feelings were so hurt. He posted about it on Live Social. That's how compromised he is.
Okay, and here he is. Delusional party of one, your table is now available. Play this clip.
The United States, everything in the world would die. It's true. It's so powerful. It's so big. And I made it really big in the first 4 years. Then it started to degenerate with what this Biden administration did. But we built it up to a level that I never thought we could be at this quickly. We're the hottest, we're the best financially. The money coming in is so big because of tariffs and other things, but because of tariffs. Tariff gets us even those other things. Plus, it gets us great negotiators. I settled 7 wars, and numerous of those wars were because of trade.
Okay, this is what psychiatrists refer to as flight of ideas and delusions of grandeur. But further, this is why even before Trump, people hate Americans.
Right.
That type of arrogant, ethnocentric, detached cockiness and arrogance that the world would die without us. Actually, it wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it absolutely wouldn't die without us. And he is a global laughingstock, as evidenced by the party of strongmen, that they felt so emboldened that they could do that because they know they have this guy exactly where they want him. They have been able to dismantle the United States of America, which has been Putin's ambitions, without dropping one bomb. He has launched a psychological war on the American public. He secured his asset, and he has plans to advance beyond Ukraine. This is very, very, very serious. You have Americans that follow Donald Trump that have been propagandized against NATO and against Western coalitions and supporting democracy. Vladimir Putin is winning. And what's so breathtaking about it is Russia has never been more weakly positioned.
Right.
Inflation out the wazoo, very, very, very corrupt government. The economy is very unstable because they cook the books. The rule of law has basically eroded in Russia, and their military has completely eroded. So they're in no position to call the shots over us. But because they have a compromised agent in the White House, which is my belief, and I think the belief of many others, they're able to do this. And so many Americans are going to have to be accountable for their lack of intellectual curiosity and even just taking it a step further. As you say, Pumps, give it a little goog. Find out what's really happening here. And mostly the American media insane washing and helping propagandize this lunatic, this fucking moron, day in and day out. It's just devastating. All right, that's all we have. Like, subscribe. We'll be back later with more news. Hottest fall book.
The It book.
It book of the fall. Life is a Lazy Susan of shit sandwiches. I know some of you are watching right now, and I know you haven't clicked the link. Do it. We'll see you later.